Hello beautiful people and welcome to the channel Life After Narc. My name's Debbie and I talk about all things to do with narcissistic, abusive and toxic relationships, as well as looking at ways to heal from them. This follows my journey in my life after narcissist relationship, which is why the channel's called Life After Narc, as I look at my own healing journey but also hoping to help you. And today's video is called The Dark Night of the Soul, and I do want to issue a trigger warning as some of what I discuss may be sensitive to some viewers. So if you enjoy the content, please click like. Please subscribe to the channel, it would really help me, and share the video with your friends and family, anybody who you think it may benefit. The Dark Night of the Soul, what is it? We've often heard this phrase, and it comes from Jungian psychotherapy and philosophies, which I did touch on recently in one of my videos, Is the Narc Your Soulmate, which I will link in the description box below. Excuse me. But Jung looks at the human being as being two halves of a whole. So we have a dark half and a light half, a male half and a female half. And the dark night of the soul is about bringing these two sides of ourselves together so that we can relate to both sides and become a whole person. How do we relate to that within healing of a narcissistic relationship? Well, the dark night of the soul is the darkest place we can be after the relationship has ended, whether you left them or they left you. This is the time in our lives where we question who we are. We were one person before the relationship. We were another person during the relationship, and after the relationship, we are completely changed, completely different. And we're still trying to find that way forwards. And it's the time of the relationship where we look into ourselves and ask, what the hell just happened? What did I go through? Who am I? What is this? Where am I? How do I move forwards? How do I move on? And in that time, we get to a very dark place where perhaps we feel like ending it all. We hit the lowest part of our lives we've ever been at. And I get it because I've been there. And I've been there a few times since he left me. So it may not just be once, it may be a few times, but I use these as awakenings within ourselves. And I want to say I'm still here. Even though I've been through this darkness, I am still here. And you can be too. You can get through this darkness. I promise you, you can. If I can do it, anybody can. So we are searching for answers. Why did they do this? What did we do wrong? And we always look at ourselves and say, what did we do wrong? You did nothing wrong. The narcissist took from you. They took everything they possibly could for you, and you are now left empty and hollow. Some of us feel like we don't want to be here anymore. And like I say, I get that. We feel as if this person that we were with, that future faked us, that promised us things that are now not going to happen, perhaps we thought we were going to be with them for the rest of our lives. Indeed, the person that married myself and my narcissist thought that we'd be together forever. That's how good of a charmer he was. And I've spent many dark nights looking into that abyss and wondering, how do I get through this? How do I get past this where I'm stuck? And often in this place, you will feel that you cannot contact a friend or speak to anybody about this because they won't understand. There are people out there that understand. And if you're in that place, guys, you are welcome to put a comment below and I will respond to you. Okay, I do respond to all the comments. I am here for you if you are in that place. Also, you can phone Samaritans. I'm not sure what the number is in other countries besides the UK. Here in the UK, it is 116 123. I have used them. They are very good. They do listen. Okay, so you don't have to know them. You don't have to leave your name. It's completely anonymous, but they really do help, and they've helped me many times in the past. So we have all these thoughts of worthlessness, that we're not good enough, we'll never be good enough for anybody again, that If this person left us, how can we possibly be good enough for anybody else again? Why did you stay with them so long, even if there was physical abuse? Because you loved them, because they loved bombed you right at the beginning, and you always wanted to take that relationship back to that feeling, back to that person that you were, back to the people that you were. But the narcissist has drained you and drained you and drained you. They have devalued you, and eventually they have discarded you, or you have discarded them. We blame ourselves, don't we? We always blame us. What did I do wrong? And again, you did nothing wrong. You really didn't. You were being the wonderful, beautiful, giving empath that you are. In this darkness, it's where we find our shadow side, where we find that dark part of ourself, and we reject our goodness. We tell ourselves that we are not good, that we can't be good, because if we were, this person wouldn't have left us. But if you weren't a good person, the narcissist would not have been with you in the first place. Just think about that for a while. We are empty. They bled us dry like a vampire. In fact, they were vampires. They were toxic vampires. Like I say, we didn't go wrong. We chose a partner who we thought loved us, who told us countless times that they loved us, who wanted to be with us. We got married to them. We had kids with them. We spent a long time with them. It could have even been a short relationship, but you were swept away on this cloud of, this is my prince, my knight in shining armor. And we think this. And this is because of the conditioning we've had as children, where we believe in the fairy tales of Cinderella, of Sleeping Beauty, that our prince is going to come along and fit the glass slipper or kiss us, and we wake up and we immediately fall in love. And love is not like that. And I think now you're able to see that and able to realize that. So this healing path that you're on, this dark night of the soul, take time for you. If you are able to find a friend who will hold space for you, and holding space means that they will not judge you and not give you answers to your questions, and just be with you and hold you. Hopefully you have somebody like that in your life. If you don't, then use one of the services like the Samaritans or another Women's Aid or narcissistic abuse program. They were evil. They didn't love us. And now your journey is that of a river. You meander through canyons where these dark edges lean over you and put you in shade, and you feel that you're never going to come out of this. You are going through rapid, difficult times where everything seems to be so difficult and you can't get out of it. You perhaps go into a cave of darkness and you feel enclosed in this place that you can't get out. But eventually the river moves out of that cave and it meanders through hills and mountains. And all of these hills and mountains are parts of your journey, parts of the journey that you can learn from and move forward from. There will be hiccups along the way. It's not an easy, straightforward journey, believe me. But eventually that river reaches the ocean and you can be free of everything from your past. You are now out in the world and you can be free of all of that. We're a changed version of ourselves when we move forward. As I said before, we were one person before the relationship started. We change and become another person during the relationship. And after the relationship, we are born again. We are that butterfly coming out of that chrysalis. And you need to know that you are good enough. I know that you felt that you weren't. I know that you felt extreme guilt. I know that you feel that you did everything wrong. You didn't. You didn't. They manipulated you. They controlled you. They gaslighted you. They did everything they possibly could to take what they wanted from you. So don't give up. Please don't give up. Know that it does get lighter with time, with journaling, with seeing a therapist, with your healing process that you go through. Whatever you do to heal, it's your journey now. And you have to see yourself as becoming a new person, finding new hobbies, new interests, perhaps making new friends, perhaps going to new places, doing different things, and doing your life differently. But you can do it. I promise you can. And in the words of Pete Townsend, sung by Roger Daltrey, we won't get fooled again. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button. Please share the video with your friends, family, relationships, anybody who you think will benefit from this, who's going through this kind of thing. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Blessed be.